Yo, what's up? It's your boy Ivory Scott, and I'm rocking with What's the Word. Let's get it.
Hey, what's up? What's the word?
Ivory Scott, what's going on? What you got?
What's up, bro? We good.
All right, man. You one of Chicago's hidden gems, man.
Nah, 1,000%. 1,000%, yeah. Feel good to be home, for real.
I would say, yeah. How does it feel to be home, man?
It feel good, bro. Like, honestly, like, growing up here, like, I didn't get to experience a lot of shit that I get to experience, now, what I'm saying, in my life, what I'm saying? Like, I was always on the south side. So it's like to see, like, more of the city and get to experience different parts of the city, really to see why, like, so many people be like, Chicago's one of the greatest cities in the world. Like, it's good. So it feel good to be home.
Okay. What part of the city? You say you from the south side. What neighborhood?
79th. I grew up, like, on 66 and Hermitage. My mom stayed on 79th, Justine. So, like, really, like, what I'm saying, that whole area over there, really.
So what school you went to? Bogan?
Nah, I went to Diet.
Damn, you from on the low end?
Yeah, type shit.
What class?
2012.
Okay,
Yeah.
I went to King 09, so that meant you was right down the street.
Yeah.
My
That's
family
crazy.
was Diet. That's what's up.
That's crazy.
No, so was Diet a performing arts school then?
Yeah, it was. It was.
So,
yeah.
so it makes sense. So
Yeah.
how did you end up? You said you didn't spend a lot of time in Chicago. How did you end up leaving Chicago, going to LA?
Basically, what I did was, like, I went to LA for an opportunity to sign with Sony. My boy had an opportunity for me, and of course, like, when you first get into the business, you think you green as hell. You think every meeting gonna be a deal, So I went to LA, and when I went out there, I just knew that I needed to stay. So I went out there. I stayed out there. I was homeless for like 9 months. Slept in my car and just like chased. Like, never, like, 17.
At 17, you did
17,
this.
Yeah, gone.
And you homeless. Why do everybody got that same LA story?
Because I feel like, honestly, like, in order to get anything in life, you got to be willing to give up everything. Like, when you want something in your life to change or you want to elevate, you gotta break everything else away. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. You got to be willing to do that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you got to go be homeless, but you got to be willing to, you know what I'm saying, if you want it.
Okay. So when you got what was that break during that 7-month period that got you up out the car?
Man, it never happened in LA. Actually, I ended up leaving LA and moving to Atlanta.
Okay.
And then when I moved to Atlanta, I ended up meeting Ray Daniels, and then he ended up taking me to Mike Karen back in LA, right?
Okay.
And doing my first publishing deal, and then the rest is kind of like history.
Okay, so you just named some heavy hitters, Ray Daniels and Mike Karen. Not too many people know, cause so they know them people like that.
Yeah, honestly, man, like, Ray Daniels, like, he changed my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was at a point in my career where I was really like, at that phase where we all be, we were ready to give up, ready to be like, you know what I'm saying, it ain't working, it ain't gonna happen. And Ray was just like, yo, you know what I'm saying, like, just give me some time, I'm gonna get you a pub deal. The day I met him, he wrote me a check for $20K and was just like, just give me some time. And, like, from then on, it's like, it just kind of, like, flowed.
What do you think it was about you that Ray saw and believed in? Like, what was it? Was it a song he heard? What?
I feel like, obviously, like, when I first met Ray, I met him before that incident. I met him at a session with Southside, and I was actually engineering that session. And I asked him, I said, can I play a couple songs for you? And I played a couple songs for him, and he was like, I can't do nothing for you right now, but work on your hooks. He's like, I've encountered a lot of the greatest songwriters in the world. He managed to rhyme, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he was just like, work on your hooks and come back to me. So me circling back around and meeting him again, played him 5 records. I'm talking about literally like how me and you sitting right here, played him 5 records. He was like, give me a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get you a deal.
Damn.
And that's literally how it happened.
Did any of those records ever come to light?
Out of that 5 records?
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you what 5 records it was, honestly.
Okay.
But, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you got it, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay. So you go to LA with Mike Karen and you get the pub deal. What was the first song that you written that got picked up and somebody performed it like everybody know?
man, I think it would have to probably be in the first song. The first song probably was Trippie Redd, Rich Motherfucker. It was like Trippie Redd where I had like Durk and Polo G on it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like the first like one that really like did something. I saw people like actually responded to it.
Okay. What was the one that was like, oh yeah, Ivory that? Everybody was like, yo, he that.
Man, it kind of happened like all at once. Honestly, like it was like one point of complete grind where I was just like doing like 3 sessions a day. You know what I'm saying? 5 days a week, and then before I know it, I had 20, 30 songs in the pipeline that was coming out on big artists. You know, from Beyonce to Ed Sheeran to Durk to you name 'em, right? Because like I just had invested so much time in session after session, with artists and shit like that, and it just kind of like folded out that way.
What was your favorite session?
Honestly, my favorite session probably was like, it's tough because like I love like sessions. I was just talking to Tyler about this the other day, like when we did Peru for Fireboy and Ed Sheeran. Reason why that session was like so fire to me was because like Fireboy wasn't really that big when I first started working with him. You know what I mean? Like it was cool to work with Beyonce, but if you do a Beyonce record, the Beyonce record gonna do what it do because she Beyonce. But to like write a record for an artist and that puts them on the map was like way more heavier for me. So definitely when we did Peru, will have to be the hardest one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned Smirk from the crib, Free
Yeah,
Smirk.
for sure. Yeah.
Was you, cause you in high school it was 2012 for you,
Right.
like so like, what's your perspective on seeing the elevation of Lil Durk? Cause you probably one of the ones that seen Durk from the beginning.
Yeah, 1,000%. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like his elevation, like as an artist, like seeing him go from being like who we saw him as, in the hood to being like basically like a mogul out here, you know what I'm saying, in the city, along with people like Herb and shit like that. His transition is like, you know what I'm saying, like was seamless to me. Cause I feel like he always had that like persona as an artist, but it's all about the machine, man. The machine getting behind you and really putting the gas behind you for real.
Did you know him when you was at Diet?
Yeah, I knew him when I was at Diet. Sosa went to Diet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, yeah,
So what was that like?
different. It's different. It's outside of music. It's different. Let's just say that it's outside of music. It's a different world.
Okay. So did y'all ever do music while y'all was in school?
Nah, no, we never did no music. When I was in school, I played ball. Like I played football, so like I wasn't even overly heavy like they was at the time. Like they was leaving school going to the studio. I wasn't really on that at the time. So but yeah, nah, it never happened until afterwards. It was we ended up in a session and realizing, you know what I'm saying, like, oh shit, like, you know what I'm saying, just on the label putting us in the same room together.
Okay.
So
Now, how was that like working with Smirk? Like, what's your favorite Smirk sessions? Your favorite Smirk songs on yours? Like what?
man, he like a damn. His brain is like the internet, bro. Like meaning like his brain like AI, like he could process and write bars and shit like that fast as hell. And I know it come from like a lot of experience and shit like that, and shit that he went through. But like he just like I ain't never really worked with nobody like that. There's a few artists that work like that, like they flow is like that. But like, yeah, it's a movie at time. Like when I say like when I work with artists like him, it's like when I come in the room, I'm really just like to inspire the greatness in them. You know what I'm saying? He write a lot of his shit. You know what I'm saying? If I help, I help. But most of it is them doing their thing for real.
Okay. So now we spoke a lot about you working with artists. Now
Yeah.
transitioning to you becoming an artist.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think is the hardest part about that transition?
Man, honestly, like not being able to write for people that much. You know what I'm saying? Because I love like writing, you know what I'm saying, for other artists and shit like that. Like I love that vibe because I can get into those different bags. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at my catalog is from, drill shit to all the way to pop shit to R&B, whatever. So I have those different elements in me as a writer. So it's like it don't work for me as an artist. Everything don't work for me as an artist. You know what I'm saying? That work for me as a songwriter. So to be able to like keep those relationships going as a songwriter with the producers and shit that I work with and still be pouring so much into artistry because it take a lot, you know what I'm saying? But the easy part about it has been like just like the championing of artists, you know what I'm saying, to make me even wanted to do it or to think that it was even possible to like pop out from songwriter because, every songwriter can't transition to be an artist, you know what I'm saying? But like my peers, like, you know what I'm saying, like Hitmaker and like Queen and like B and like, artists that like I looked up to saying, hey, Ivory, when you gonna drop your own music? Or Ivory, you need to keep this for yourself. Or artists saying like, yo, I'm keeping you on this. And I'm just like, before I could see it, they saw it. And it's just like, it inspired me to be like, I'm gonna drop my own shit. You know what I'm saying? And then, you get a deal and, people start taking liking to what you're doing. It's like, damn, like, it's crazy. It's just a different feeling for sure.
No, that's what's up, man. Nah, music-wise, right? Before we took this interview, the real track has already been in rotation for me.
Love.
Like, cause I feel like that song hit home on so many different levels.
Yeah, same.
So writing that, did you write that from a person's perspective, like something you was going through?
Yeah, 1,000%. It's crazy because I was in Miami, and like when I'm in Miami, I work with Hitmaker. If you know Hitmaker, his every session is a party, bro. We be having, it's fun. It's a lot of vibes, a lot of energy going on, and like a lot of shit be like cookie cut. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was at a place like in my life where like I just really over desired something real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just felt like everything was so filtered and just bullshit. So I sat down with my guitar and I wrote that song, and I knew I would never give it to nobody else because it was just so true to who I was type shit. And, the rest kind of like flowing on itself. Like,
so what is something real? Like, are we talking about relationships, that songs? Are we just talking about life experiences? Like,
man, all around, like authentic relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be with a spouse, it could be a friendship. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like, just because of your success, people will fake be friend with you. You know what I'm saying? People will be a yes man in your life and not be authentic in your life because of who you are, or because of the position you could put them in potentially. So, like, when you start getting success, and I had to learn this, you know what I'm saying? You got to weed out the bullshit and, assess the real, because, like, most shit be fake. People will smile in your face and roll right behind your back and backdoor you. And I experienced that so much in my life. So, like, to have something authentic, not just in a girl or not just in a friendship, but just authentic, man, real, like how we sitting there having a real conversation, like, that's such a rare thing because people feel like they gotta, it's like this, for example. When a person posts a picture on Instagram, you see that one picture, right? But they probably took 40 pictures before they posted that one. They probably changed the angle, changed the lighting, did all these things to create a persona of something that ain't real. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we chase those filters so much in life that it makes real shit blurry. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I just want something real in my life because that's all that, you know what I'm saying, I can really count on is something authentic, man.
No, that's valid. That's valid. You say a lot of things. You experienced a lot of fake stuff in the industry. What are some things the thing that stuck out to you the most that you experienced that affected your life and that you want to share so it won't happen to another artist coming up?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, like, mainly, like, being, like, organic and authentic to yourself or who you are and not allowing the room to change who you are. Sometimes, like, as a songwriter, I might have to go in a room and I might have to dial it back, or I might have to dial it forward, or I might have to deal with the ego of an artist. I've walked in sessions where the label done put the session together, and I'm a writer, right? And you know how writers might feel about a rapper might feel about a writer in the room. I might go in the room, the label might say he need a ghostwriter, and they might put me in the room, and I'm in the room, and the artist looking like, why he here? I'm good. Or he'll go in the booth, turn the music off, and I'm sitting in the studio. So it's like learning from those experiences, learning how to like gauge different egos and shit like that is like a heavy tool, because if I get in my feelings and I get in my ego, and I'm gonna miss opportunities. You dig what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking like every rapper like that or every artist is like that. So it's like, to see that and transition from that, and then see artists like my boy Tusi, most rappers would never say that somebody helped them. You know what I'm saying? But he went on the platform and said, man, I wouldn't work with nobody but Ivory. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like to have those different experiences is like blossoming me into like who, I'm becoming today.
So now you on tour.
Yeah.
You on tour. What's been your favorite moments on tour so far?
Man, okay, so I'm gonna give you a story. When I did that record I told you about, Rich Motherfucker, Trippie invited me to his show in Atlanta. I go to his show in Atlanta. He like, man, come backstage, chill with me backstage. I'm like, nah, I need to go in the crowd. I need to feel this one. So I go in the crowd, front row. The records I did with him, come on. The crowd's going fucking crazy, word for word. And that energy and that feeling that I felt was like, damn, man, I wrote those words. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we did Charlotte with Gates. We did Charlotte, and I come out, and I'm just like, in my mind, of course, the streams is doing what they doing, and the numbers is doing what they doing. But when it translates to real people singing your shit word for word, and it's me, it's Ivory Scott, that's a completely different feeling. You know what I'm saying? So that feeling right there of, being able to, and they singing your shit, and it's also my testimony, like real. It's like, shit, it don't get no better than that feeling for real.
Oh, that's lit.
Yeah.
You got Gates on the remix. Like, is that one of the main reasons why you on a tour? Like, how did that relationship happen?
Yeah, so like I used to like do a lot of stuff. Gates actually used to be signed like to Mike Karen. He used to be signed to APG. So like I used to be in a lot of sessions and shit for Gates. But Hitmaker and Krishan, I hit Krishan up and I was like, yo, I got it. There's only one person I want to put on this, and that was Gates. And I was like, can we get Gates on here? Hit Gates. I'm telling you, sent it to him. Couple hours, sent it right back. You know what I'm saying? So like, I always knew that I felt like he should have been the one to fit for that record for real.
That's what's up. All right. Working with somebody like Hitmaker, like would you say he like a mentor to you in the game?
1000%. Like, bro, like honestly, when I first met Hitmaker, Mike Karen put me and him on text. I never had a placement. I didn't have any placements. The first time I walked in the studio with Hitmaker. So that's like going from not being in the studio with to going in the studio with a platinum producer is just like unheard of, right? But the first day I went in the studio, we did 10 songs that night. And from that day forward, bro ain't do shit but champion me the whole way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the first song that I was ever on as an artist was me, Jeremiah, and Fabulous, Down Bad. So it's like, he always championed me, always put me in position, you know what I'm saying, to win. And that's even my brother, you know what I'm saying, since. So definitely a big mentor in this shit for real.
Man, shout out to Hitmaker, shout out to Chicago.
Yeah, shout out, bro, for real, man, for real.
So both of y'all being from the crib, what are some things that Chicago people take with them everywhere they go? Like, what's some things that you take that you like, yo, I can leave Chicago, but this gonna stay with me?
I feel like, honestly, our taste for food, for sure, should be trash everywhere else, honestly. And, like, that lyrical, that lyrical drive, like, to always want to be actually saying something, you know what I'm saying, in our songs and shit like that. Like, I'm always going to have something to say no matter what type of vibe it is, what type of song it is, for real.
Okay. Who would you say, because you doing an R&B thing right now, who would you say are 5 R&B artists, male R&B artists right now that's the top of the game right now?
Damn. Got to put Breezy at the top. Damn. I feel like my boy Bryson on his way back. For real. Damn, this fresh new, you talking about fresh new, man. Damn, my boy Bryson, Chris Brown. Man, I feel like my boy Mario kind of making a little comeback too. He been on the scene a little bit too. I got you know what I'm saying, my boy Tone, he a hard R&B artist too. I'm actually going on tour with my boy Vito too. He cold, you know what I'm saying? Like, so definitely like fucking with them vibes for sure.
Okay. All right. Now we'll talk about classic R&B.
R.Kelly. Shit, nah, go ahead.
I'm going to say, I thought that was going to be one thing Chicago people don't leave alone, R.Kelly.
Nah, for sure, 1,000%.
Yeah. But I ain't going to do you like that. I'm going to have you talk about R.Kelly in the interview.
Man, I'm good. Look. Michael Jackson got his shit. Everybody got their shit. Diddy got his shit. Everybody got their own shit in their personal world. What they decide to do in their personal life. They make, whether it's bad decisions, good decisions, everybody make decisions. But greatness is greatness. You know, everybody got fucked up shit about them. Everybody got skeletons in their closet. It don't make it right. It don't make it, you know what I'm saying, good. But if you're a genius, you're a genius. You got the ability. And R. Kelly's a genius, man. He changed, music. He changed my perspective coming up, seeing my mom listening to Kells and seeing that type of vibe. Like, he changed music. So we can't sweep him under the rug. He the GOAT, Chicago, for real.
I think he probably one of the GOAT songwriters
Dead
of all
ass.
time, for sure.
Dead ass, for real.
And artists, R&B
For
artists.
sure.
So when we talk about the rack, we talk about R&B. We got a few little hits that's classics over the time. I want to ask you, which one are you choosing? Are you choosing 3-piece? Ooh ah.
Damn.
Or, I'm gonna go another classic.
Okay.
Jeremiah Birthday Sex.
Damn. Man, you know what? I'm going to go ooh-ah because I feel like Birthday 6, the world touched that. But you could say ooh-ah to another person. Ain't only a motherfucker from Chicago going to really know about 3-piece. Dead ass. So, yeah, you just flipped my mind with that shit. Definitely, I'm going 3-piece.
Okay. All right.
Damn, that's okay, cool, yeah.
That's still a hitter, huh?
That's still a hitter for sure.
Is it growing up in the city and having records like that resonate? Has it ever been in your mind like, yo, I need a record like I need a ooh, I need a I like for my city to be like, yo, this is Ivory. Like,
1000%. Like I feel like you gotta have that organic, authentic feeling from your city. You know what I'm saying, that you feel, but it's like that's uber important. You know what I'm saying, to have that touch and so motherfucking know like, yo, he from the town type.
Okay. I'm coming to say because you got ooh, you got I think another one I'm gonna throw Tink, Treat Me Like Somebody.
Yeah, that's my sister for real. Yeah.
You work a lot with Tink?
Yeah, I helped her write like her whole maybe like 95% of her last album.
Oh, dope.
That's sis. Me and Hitmaker like executive produced that project. But that's sis though, for real. She on my album.
Okay.
I got a record with her called Control It. It's like one of the faves.
Nah, I love Tink. Do you feel like she get her just doing in the business?
Nah, not yet. Not yet.
And why you think that's?
But it's a slow creep. Like a lot of times, like we see artists, and when we see an artist, we say, oh, they should be, like for example, like I'll look at the comments. I'm a comment diver. I look at the comments, and like a record that I have, somebody might be like, man, I don't know why this ain't got 50 million views right now. The world be late to most things. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta like Kalani just made her first Billboard top 10. This was her first. How long she been in the game?
Yeah, shit.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes it's a slow rise, but that's how they stick. So is she getting her just due? Nah, not yet, but it'll come. You know what I'm saying? It'll come.
Okay. So when we talk about Ivory getting his just due, what is that moment that to you would be like, yo, I made it? Because you made it as a songwriter.
Yeah, type shit. Yeah.
But what is that moment as an artist when you be like, yo, I made it? What's that moment like for you?
Man, when I ain't got to sing my own songs. When I ain't got to sing them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like to get to a point of where, like, people love your music and love what you're doing, and you as an artist, so much is, like, the goal, of any artist. You know what I'm saying? And getting to that point where you got a core fan base that love you, no matter what you do. And, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that coat.
All right. So before we get up out of here, this last question. I seen somebody that said Sosa is bigger to Chicago than Kanye. Your thoughts on that?
Sosa is bigger to the hood than Kanye.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying? Like cause he speak like one thing Kanye did. Like he gave us fashion. He gave us culture. He gave us an element to the look, the image to go with music. You know what I'm saying? But Sosa speak for the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Sosa speak. For a different breed of people. It's like, it's like the young boy effect. You dig what I'm saying? So they both need it. We got to keep them both on the Mount Rushmore for sure.
Hey, what's up? What's the word?